Chairman Bean, Ranking Member Bonamici, and distinguished members of the subcommittee, thank you for inviting me. My name is Nicole Neily, and I am the president of Parents Defending Education. We began researching foreign funding in K-12 schools in March when a parent of Virginia's Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology provided records showing that the school received over $1 million from Chinese government-linked entities. A few weeks ago, Fairfax County Schools revealed that these donations actually totaled $3.6 million. A former PTA board member told us that in exchange for these gifts, the donors were allowed to, quote, look under the hood at how the school was run, including floor plans, lesson plans, and student research projects. So we wondered, was this happening elsewhere? And if so, where? Unfortunately, trying to nail down the scope of this problem is difficult by design. These programs have existed in American schools for years, but much of it went underground following Secretary DeVos and Secretary Pompeo's efforts to rein in Confucius institutes. We combed through publicly available data and filed dozens of FOIAs across the country to access contracts on these programs and traced money flowing through intermediary organizations such as the ACES Society and the College Board to districts. We found that over the past decade, over $17 million has flowed to 143 districts and private K-12 schools across 34 states and DC. This is likely a low figure given that both the US State Department and the Senate have estimated hundreds more programs in existence. This sum is only what we have been able to verify. But the money doesn't just flow from China to US schools. In some districts, they actually spent taxpayer money on this programming. In Nevada, Clark County schools paid over $250,000 in salary and benefits to Chinese teachers. We learned that we need to follow not only inflows, but also outflows. Aside from money, also consider the teachers. Many districts use educators provided by the People's Republic of China, but these teachers are not neutral. In March 2019, President Xi Jinping called on educators to instill patriotism in the country's youth and reject wrong ideas and ideology. Educators who express opinions about Falun Gong or criticize party leadership lose their jobs, so remaining teachers are either true believers or have been cowed into silence. A FOIA from TJ included names of teachers who visited in 2017. 5 of the 6 were CCP members, with 1 receiving an award for being an outstanding communist. Another delegation several months later featured a VIP guest, the party secretary from Zhejiang Provincial Education Department. As employees, foreign nationals are given access to district servers and student information. PDE's work identified 20 districts around the country located near military bases, and we believe that base commanders deserve to know whether potentially hostile foreigners may have access to data about the children of military personnel. Finally, there are curriculum concerns. Multiple contracts reference books and curriculum being provided from Confucius Institutes or partner universities in China. A contract from one California district stated that textbooks, reference materials, and AV materials would be provided by Yunnan Normal University, a school designated medium risk by the Australian Strategic Policy Institute because of the university's research on ethnic minorities and ties to the government's ethnic affairs bureaucracy. Parents and administrators do not know what curriculum is being used in these classrooms and must defer to teachers who were hand-selected and vetted by the PRC. What might this look like in practice? A 2017 documentary shows a student at the University of Michigan singing at a Confucius Institute concert about how Chairman Mao nurtures the people on this land, a slap in the face to the 40 million Chinese citizens who died during the Mao-created famine. As parents, we deserve to know whether hostile nations are pumping propaganda into our children's heads. Some parents may wish to ask their school to hire a teacher from Taiwan instead, while others might want their student to take a different foreign language class. I am a mama Wolverine, and I want my son and daughter to be taught true history about the Uyghur genocide, one-child policy, and the repression of dissidents like Jimmy Lai, not the alleged virtues of communism. America needs greater transparency around foreign funding in our schools. Families lack basic information, so they cannot make informed choices about whether they want their children to participate in these programs. As you said, this is a matter of national security. Over the past year, it has become abundantly clear that America has not fully appreciated the foreign threats aren't just overseas, they're also on our shores. From farmland purchases to spy balloons, secret police stations to battery factories, our country's openness is being weaponized against us. In July, we sent letters to governors asking them to investigate this issue in their states. Unfortunately, few seem to consider this an issue of concern. We ask that you use your influence to communicate the acute nature of this danger to politicians in your respective states. Our other request is one of oversight. We believe that it would be a constructive use of the FBI's investigative power to research China's influence in American education, both to monitor programs still in existence and determine the extent of the damage that has been brought to date. This might be a better use of the Bureau's finite resources than investigating school board parents, a directive still in force today because Attorney General Garland's October 2021 memo has never been rescinded. As members of Congress, you swore oaths to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I ask you today to uphold this oath in order to protect not only our Constitution, but also our children. Thank you.